McKidd, welcome to Newsround.
Thank you.
I hear you're a fan of us.
I'm a big fan. I've been watching it since John Craven time. You know, I was like, you know, I was there back in the day in the 70s, sat with my bag of crisps after school watching Newsround. So I'm pretty. This is a big moment for me to be on the show.
Yeah, well, it's a big moment for us to have you.
Good.
And your kids, do they watch us when you're here?
They do, yeah. They watch Newsround. They watch all the BBC Kids TV stuff. In fact, a friend of mine, Jamie Reid, works a lot for BBC.
CBBC.
CBBC. He writes a lot of the music and stuff as well. So yeah, we watch a lot of stuff. I think what's their favourite BBC program? I can't remember, but yeah, we do watch a lot of it. Yeah.
Because mums and dads will know you for playing a very serious doctor, but now you're playing Percy Jackson's dad. You must be very cool at home.
My son is very excited. My son loves these books, and he's read all 5 of the Percy Jackson books, so he knows more about this movie than I do. So yeah, I'm playing Percy Jackson's father, who is Poseidon, the god of the sea, and he is not allowed to see his son because Zeus, Poseidon's brother, he's the boss of the gods. Has told them all, passed an edict, a law that no gods are allowed to make contact with their half-blood children. So Poseidon tries to give as much advice as he can without breaking Zeus's law by giving him telepathic knowledge, by speaking into his mind and telling him what to do next and what to avoid and what dangers to avoid. And he kind of helps him through this adventure of the movie. And at the very end, Poseidon and Percy Jackson meet for the first time and start to build a father-son relationship.
It's quite funny when you see them meeting because of the size difference. Because obviously, as a Greek god, very like a giant, right?
Yeah.
How do they film that?
It's pretty amazing. It's a mixture of green screen, special effects, and also very clever camera angles. At one point, I was doing a scene. They had a cardboard cutout of Logan, Percy Jackson, that big on the floor.
So
and I stood there going, this feels very strange because I'm trying to have an emotional scene with the cardboard cutout. And then other times it's green screen, so it's a mixture of those things.
When you got the script through, did you run it past your son, who's a big fan?
I did. I let him read it because he'd read the novel and he said it was good. He gave it a thumbs up. So.
And has he seen the movie?
He hasn't. He's going to see it on Thursday night and he can't wait.
He's super excited.
Very excited. Very excited.
You live in Hollywood now. Do you miss home? Do you come back as often as you can, or is it really cool in Hollywood?
It's great there. It's really nice there. It's very different. We miss our family and our friends a lot. And my son has a best friend called Henry, and they're still best friends. They've been best friends, and they're sort of like pen pals now, and they talk on computers, the Skype thing. So we're back. We come back as much as we can to see our friends and family, and we do get homesick a lot. Whereabouts
in Scotland do you live?
My hometown is Elgin, which is way up near Inverness, but my wife, her family are all in Harrow, Middlesex, so we spend a lot of time either
That's where I was born.
Really? Harrow?
Yeah.
In Harrow?
Yeah.
West Harrow or South Harrow? Or North
My dad shops in South Harrow.
Really?
I grew up in North Harrow, and now my parents live in Pinner.
Isn't that funny? Well, my wife is West Harrow. There you go, see? Small world, isn't it?
Very small.
So we're either in West Harrow or we're in Elgin.
You should come round for tea.
Cup of tea.
Just give us a call.
I'll give you a bell.
But this is your first kids movie.
Yeah.
It seems very different from it. I've seen a lot of your other stuff, and it seems very different. And obviously the special effects and all of that. Is it your first special effects movie?
It is really. There's a lot of special effects on Rome, that TV show, but it was very adult themed. It's really good fun to be in such an effect-heavy film because you don't know. You get told by Chris Columbus will say that there's going to be a 100-foot monster with 7 heads just here, so react to it. And then you eventually see the film and you
really
see...
test your acting, doesn't it?
It really is. It's a real test of believing that. But then you see it all cut together, it is amazing.
And have you signed on for more?
Yes. Yeah.
So you're going to be doing the next couple?
Poseidon will be back, and I'm hoping that he gets a bit more action next time. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping to see him kind of fight with his trident and sort of, get into some of the battle sequences.
Yeah, because that's what looks so cool.
Yeah, so I'm really excited about that.
Lots of people have been talking about how this is, the next Harry Potter, or pointing out the similarities. Obviously, with Chris Columbus, the director, on board, there are going to be those comparisons. If this is as big as Harry Potter. You're going to be recognised everywhere when you come back to Scotland.
Well, maybe. I mean, they've darkened my beard and stuff, my beard, so they might not recognise me. And I don't wear a skirt in real life, so people might.
Oh no.
But,
a kilt?
No, I do wear a kilt.
Yeah.
I do wear a kilt sometimes. But it's fun to be part of something that could be this, could be that on that scale. And Chris Columbus, he created the Harry Potter film. The difference between Harry Potter and this film is that, I think in Harry Potter it was always about the kids going off to this fantasy world to have their adventures. This film is very much set in the real world in modern day America, and it's all about how the fantasy and monsters crash into this world at a moment's notice, and suddenly you're on the run from whatever, so that makes it in a way more dangerous and more exciting and kind of thrilling as a kind of movie experience, I think.
Well, thank you very much for being on Newsround.
Thank you very much. That's